Language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
WLFE DB Radio is on Spotify with all its great shows like Across the Pond, Inside the Drag Closet, Step into the Paranormal, Just Cindy, Where's My Sage, Unfiltered Talks with Bryce, Metal Mayhem ROC, Paratalk Radio, Real Talk with Dom, and more. So download the Spotify app today to stay connected to all your WLFE DB Radio shows.
Join the guys of Across the Pond as they discuss everything under the sun and answer all of your burning questions. Now, sit back and get ready for some diversity and delightful conversations.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Across the Pond. Yay!
Hi.
Woo! Yes! This is the interactive podcast where friends both near and far gather together to discuss everything under the sun and answer all of your burning questions. So with that being said, I am one of your American hosts from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Matthew.
I'm Brett, your British host from London, UK.
Yes!
Oh, you can hear me.
Hi,
thinking,
everyone.
there was a little pause there. I was thinking, God, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
And I am the other Brian, Jeremy, from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'll keep saying that until he comes back. So
Yeah. The other Jeremy.
the other Brian, the other Brian.
The other Jeremy. We need to have like two parentheses behind your name. Jeremy, the other Brian, then he, him. Like that. Just
How's it going?
good. Yeah. How Brett's
done.
Sorry, I'm sneezing.
Oh, he's got allergies. Watch out.
Oh no, I just sneeze a lot.
Yes. So Brett, how are you? We missed you last week. What's new? What's happening?
Yeah, so I'm good. So I wasn't here last week. My mum has got a diagnosis in the last couple of weeks, so having to sort of deal with that. Got a bit more to deal with, but I'm glad to be back. So I missed you guys last week. I caught some of the show after, so I know someone else had tech issues, so I'm glad it's not only me. But yeah, it's good to be back. How are you both?
Good.
Yeah, we're good. Tired. We, as we were saying just a few minutes ago, we spent all weekend redoing our garden and yard work and just getting the outside of the house ready for spring and summer. We removed some old plants and trees and things like that. Put new stuff in that way. The garden, the outside of the house will look nice and beautiful for summer and going forward. So yeah.
And it was needed too because, living here for almost 3 years now, it's just kind of time to kind of clean it up and make it look better. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I feel like at the front of the house or the back, whatever, it always the first part people see when they arrive.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt it was always nice to make it look pleasant and lovely and welcoming. So,
yeah, for sure. And that's what it was. Like this August will be 3 years since we actually bought our house, and we basically moved in Labor Day weekend. So we haven't even been here 3 years yet, and we just been trying to clean up, everything that was left behind, do some stuff inside the house, and we've just been doing so much work that we finally got to the point where we need to do outside stuff because there's just dead plants and dead trees, and it just looks like a forest out front, like a dead forest. It's bad. Like we had to do some TLC to the yard. So
For sure.
yeah.
Dehydrated. That's, I think, the word of the weekend. Like chugging water after and during is just like unreal.
Literally. Yeah, for sure.
So if I stop sharing video and stop sharing my microphone, I had to use the restroom. Just so you're aware.
Right? Had to run to the bathroom quick and use. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, we've been nothing new. I had another drag show this week, so that was exciting.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was down in Maryland, so that was at a club called The Lodge. and I haven't been there since before COVID, so it was nice to be back there. Comedy Queen show. Oh my gosh, Brett, you would have loved it. It was funny. Like everybody was doing. Like I did obviously my milkshake and the cow, but like
I was gonna say that is like my favorite of you, like the milkshake cow. I think that's hilarious. I feel like you need to come over to London to do shows like that. I feel like, yeah, when you come to London, we need to make sure you've got at least a couple of drag show organised. Like, yeah, 100%. Like, you need to
for
do it
sure.
more.
I would love it. Well, so what they were saying is they were trying to the lodge is trying to do different shows, and they're obviously structure things differently because now that the pandemic's still going on, but like life's slowly getting back to normal. So anywho, they're doing like game nights and just different kind of things to change up the atmosphere. So what they're doing is the last Friday of every other month, this show is called Comedy Queens. So all the entertainers in the show are doing comedy numbers, and the whole show is all about doing shit to make the audience laugh. So like this one queen, she came out and she looked like a giant whoopee cushion, and she was doing a number about farting. Like literally, like the entire night was just ridiculous craziness, and like you're backstage, and like even as me as a queen, I'm watching these other girls, like because the whoopee cushion, I'm like, I need to see this number, and oh my god, it was just so stupid. The one girl, oh my god, Brett, I'm sure you know, like the Little Mermaid, she did a number, and it was to the Little Mermaid. Oh god, part of their world, or part of that, from the movie. And it was talking about, she's like, I wish I had a vagina or something like that. It was, the numbers were just completely ridiculous.
Oh my god, I love that. Do you know what? I feel like in a good way, drag is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's mad, but I love it. So I feel like the crazier, the weirder, the nuttier it is, it's the better. Really, you need some fun.
Yeah.
Well, but I really, really want to see you do your carrot live. Yeah.
And like everybody loved it too. I think it's just something different because the lodge, it traditionally has been like more of the glam pageant scene. They've been more of a serious drag. So like they're going outside of their box from the traditional type of shows that they've put on. So going to this comedy queen and comedy queen type numbers every other month, and then of course they're the show, the bingo, the game nights and stuff. I'm like, that's it's just so different for them, and it's exciting. So I'm glad to see that things are changing down there, but like I can't wait for it to come up here a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a nice change of pace, and like what Araya was saying, one of the queens that works at the lodge, she was saying, a lot of people have been like, these new shows and different things they've been doing, a lot of people have been like, really taking it well, and really like the crowd was like really big, nice audience, nice turnout. We all made really good money, but it's like, well, people are so used to coming to drag shows, and then after so long of being no drag, and now all of a sudden things are getting back to normal. Like people are coming out and they're like having fun. They're tipping us, and they're it's just everyone good positive energy throughout the entire building all night. So it's nice.
It was fun.
It
was super fun.
Yes, but I think it's time that we bring our guest in to join us.
No.
No. We can wait a little bit. We have time.
Yeah, we
Hopefully
can wait an hour and 20 minutes before we bring her out.
Yeah.
Hopefully the whole thing doesn't just collapse again. That's the
before we
the
get
jinx of the century there.
Yeah, before we get to pulling a Jeffree Star and crashing the internet, let's bring out our guest. So for those of you who have watched our show and have been following us, especially from our old Facebook, we have a new one now, which you'll find out why shortly. We had an episode February 28th, I believe it was, and this guest was our guest that week, and our entire Facebook page, live video, everything just crashed and took a complete shit. So we decided to bring her back to do a redo, and it's also her birthday this coming Wednesday. So we're going to do a little celebrating of her birthday. So without further ado, let's please welcome back to Across the Pond, Jeremy and I's sister-in-law, Nicey Ludwig. Hey, girl.
Hey! You know, if there's any bitch that was going to crash your show, it was me. So you're welcome.
She was like, I am back to crash the party again.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to have to make another Facebook, just so you know.
Yeah, right. All right. Let me message Ted quick. Please make us another Facebook right now.
Yeah.
We're preparing.
Exactly.
So we've already done it. We've got the Facebook page ready. We've got everything ready. So if this goes down, we can literally start from scratch straight away. So it's fine.
Right.
We're gonna be like most influencers and have backup pages. Literally, we've got a backup page.
Yeah. Always prepared.
But actually, that plot twist, we already have another page waiting for the end of this, so the episode crashes.
Yeah, give it like 10 minutes. We're going to have to switch over.
Yeah.
Well, let's not jinx it. But
Yeah.
Let's not. But before we dive into things, so Nicole, like, how are you? How are things? What's new? What's exciting?
I'm good. I'm glad that we're getting into some warmer months here. So I feel like I'm starting to emerge from my habitat and going out into the world again. I feel like a lot of things are opening more now, like restaurants. We're starting to have more live music downtown. So we're trying to get out and mingle a little bit.
Yes.
Nice.
I love
do more
that.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what we've been like. I told Jeremy, I was like, as far as the garden work, that is, I said, let's do this now. I mean, it's been nice enough all weekend that we haven't had to worry about it being cold or rainy or anything crappy like that. I'm like, so it's nice enough that we can quick do this yard work. And then that way, next weekend, now we'll be in May. So like, it's only going to keep getting warmer and stay warmer. I'm like, I don't want to come out on a Saturday when it's 85 and sunny and be dying doing this yard work. I'm like, let's do it now and get it over with. And then we can, let's focus on nicer, once the weather's nicer, focus on doing things. So outside and downtown and yes.
Yeah, I'm so ready for it. I don't know why. I just feel like the last couple weeks, because we had that cold front here especially. So it was like, it felt like we were going back to winter again. And I'm like, please, no. Don't do this.
That was so weird. Because
Yeah.
it was like, I remember, I'm sure it was the same for you. I remember on Tuesday, So on Tuesday I had a doctor appointment before work, and I took my scrubs with me and stuff like that. But I went to the doctor in shorts and a t-shirt because it was like sunny and 74.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to work, I put my scrubs on. Obviously I had to. The next day, I woke up and we literally had to turn the heat on in our house, and it was like 43 degrees. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I know. It's
fuck that.
crazy.
Yeah, it was so weird. But hopefully, no. Like, I looked at the weather for this week, and it's supposed to be in like the 60s and 70s all week. So I hope it stays that way, because I do not have time for any more hoodies and heaters, because I'm ready for summer.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have time for that either. I paid the bills, so.
Remove from stream.
And then
Something's wrong with your internet connection.
So camera off, turn heaters on.
Yes.
Blast.
Oh my gosh, love it. Oh. Wow. So we have real quick. We have some people watching already. Liz Clayton Brown says, "Afternoon, my beautiful friends."
Hey.
Hi, Liz. Oh my gosh. And we have Emily Bernard's watching. She says, "Babes," with heart emojis.
Hey.
Hey, hooker.
Hey, hooker. Dominic is watching. He says, "Hey, brothers."
Hey.
Hello, Dominic. Yeah, rock on.
From Real
You guys
Talk
can
with Dom.
Yeah, you guys can watch Dom's show, Real Talk with Dom. It's on Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. Who else is watching? Oh, Rob and Joan Carter are watching. They say, "Hi, y'all."
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, they have a show too. Oh my gosh. Please remind me of what it is. I forget at the moment. I'm having a brain fart. It's in our commercial that we're going to play later, a commercial break. But I believe their show is on Wednesday nights.
I think so. I just don't know the time.
I believe. I just don't know the time. And they do stuff with like authors and.
Oh my god, yeah, I love their show. I never get to watch it live because of the time difference. But isn't it called Meet the Authors?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's it. Yeah.
Dominic said, "Thank you, much appreciated. You're welcome, Dom." And then he said, "Yes, Meet the Authors." It's called with.
I love the show.
Yes, Meet the Authors with the Carters, Rob and Joan, and yes, they have authors on that they interview and stuff. So check them out. Check out Dom's show. Dom does more paranormal stuff, but he's been a guest on our show before. So yeah, check out their shows. There's lots of other shows on the radio station as well. You can check out WLFE-DB.com and also go to Facebook to WLFE-DB, their Facebook page, and yeah, list of shows. And they'll play the commercial break if you want to watch any of them. So yeah.
And Meet the Author podcast is Wednesdays at 7 p.m.
Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, yes. It's so hard keeping track of all the times for all the shows.
Yeah, need a list of all of them because they're more being added too. So that's great. The family is continuing to grow, and it's really very important that we're all promoting each other and supporting each other. So that's
definitely
gotta get that list written down.
Yeah. You'll have to have a list, and I'll just stick it on the wall here, so that way you can't see it, but I can read off of it.
You need like a literally, when they're on TV shows and you have this, it's recording you, but then they have the words underneath, which is like the script of the whole show. That's what you need.
That's what I need. Oh yeah, for sure.
You just have like a whole production set, like in your spare living room.
And you'll literally have hair and makeup during the commercial break.
Yes.
You think?
We'll take it upstairs to the third floor. We'll set it all up there.
Yeah, we'll do an across the pond behind the scenes episode, and it's just like the computer will be there filming the live, and you have like hair and makeup and like production team and like lighting and sound, and they're just all there and like, this is what we do for our podcast to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's Alistair, Chloe, and Gigi just holding shit up,
The camera crew.
The dogs. Yeah, it's all three dogs just holding it up. They're the crew, Someone has the mic boom, and the other Gigi's working the camera. Gigi's like, she's our crackhead, so she's like, oh, everything's like shaky.
Yeah. Hold it still, dog.
And Chloe's like fast. So.
Oh my gosh!
And I think can you see her? Oh, there she is. See her?
Oh,
she's tired. She's done nothing all weekend, but she's tired.
Yeah, it's hard work doing
It's hard.
all day.
Literally, it is hard work watching you guys do everything.
And she's like, this still looks like shit, Dad.
Yeah, right. He's supervisor.
Yeah.
Waddles out as we're done. Yeah, you guys did a terrible job. Do it again.
Yeah, I quit. I'm out.
Maybe you should have paid somebody. You should have.
Let's get a crew in here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's new.
Wow.
So
just pay them in dog
Social
treats.
media.
Anyway, yeah, we could just All we have to do is Chloe want a treat, and then she'll. Yeah.
Don't say that.
Forget we did a bad job.
Yeah, she's gonna get up. She hears you.
She's gonna hear me say
Wake
it.
up.
Oh, keep her sleeping. Yeah. So anywho, so this is the redo episode, the birthday edition. As I said, this Wednesday is Nicey's 21st birthday again.
Yeah.
For the 9th time. No, 8th time. Wait.
8th time. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
29. My last year, my 20s. It's crazy.
Oh, it is so crazy to think that even for not even you, but obviously you're married to my brother, For those who don't know.
Unfortunately. No, I'm just kidding.
For those who don't know, Nicey made a one of those decisions, a cringy decision to marry my brother. And now I'm glad she's part of the family. Not so sure about Jeremy, but totally kidding. I love my brother.
Your brother, Jeremy, not me.
Yeah.
Well, both. It's a Jeremy.
Yeah.
But no. In all seriousness, though, it's just to think about even like my own brother, like being 29 and like he's about to be in his 30s. Like it's just so crazy to think that like,
Yeah.
He's the youngest of the three. There's three of us total. For those who don't know, I have two younger brothers. So he's the youngest, and he's gonna hit his 30s next year, 2022.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, we're all gonna be in our 30s. Like it's so crazy to think that. And then like, switching back to you, it's so crazy to think that like I've known you for like forever. Like it's the other day. Oh my gosh, when was that? Oh, it was oh my gosh, it was Monday because Tuesday I had my doctor appointment. So I was talking to Logan before the doctor appointment on Tuesday, and I was telling him about like my weight loss journey and like exercising, eating healthier, and like all this stuff or whatever. And I showed him pictures of like when I first met Jeremy. That was 8 years ago when I first met Jeremy, and how young I looked, and how skinny I was back then. And like I'm like I don't want to be that skinny again because 8 years ago I was like 24, like I was really young or whatever. I'm like, but I do want to like get back to healthier weight and stuff like that. And I found pictures of like some of the first parties we had at a place that shall not be named. And it was all three of us and Jeremy and Tyler and whoever he was dating at the time. And just like seeing all these drunken selfies of us and how young and tiny we looked. It's so weird.
It's so crazy. Yeah, because we started dating when we were 19. So we've had 10 birthdays that we celebrated together. And it's just to think that,
Time to get divorced.
I'm thinking about it. I'm like, because a lot of people are like dreading turning 30, but for some reason, I just feel like 30 is like, our 30s are going to be our year. Like we've grown so much in our 20s and we've learned a lot of hard lessons. And I just think going forward, like 30s are going to bring some good stuff. Let's hope so. Only we can hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's for a lot of people, like obviously everyone says like their 20s are like a roller coaster, ups and downs and things like that. But it's like, especially when you turn 21, you're like, that's like the age where, everyone's like, oh, 18, I'm an adult now. But it's like, you still can't drink. So 21 is like, okay, well now I can drink and I'm an adult and blah, blah, all these things, whatever. And then, so a lot of people party, in their early 20s. So like once you hit your 30s, it's like, okay, well, I've experienced the partying. I've experienced the wild, crazy lifestyle. And now it's like, I'm in my 30s. Like I need to, by that time you need to like figure out like what path you want to be on, what you want to do with your life. Married, yes or no. Kids, yes or no. Buy a house, yes or no. All those things.
Right.
So I feel like your 20s for everyone is like learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 30s, I feel like we're definitely going to like root somewhere and like legit settle down and not be like, because we still like to go on like adventures and like just random ass shit because we can just pick up and go because we don't have kids. But I'm like, I know those days are becoming more and more limited the older we get. So I'm just taking advantage of it all this last year.
For sure, yeah.
I wasn't that lucky. When I was in my 20s, I was in the military, so it's like I had to. I grew up very. I was already working out of high school and all that stuff, and then joining the army and serving as long as I did. So I didn't get to experience a lot of the partying. I did that, but I did that when I was in my teens. So like, my sisters can attest to that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I got it out of my system early while everybody else was doing it in their 20s.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
I mean, I got it out of my system early, but it just lasted for like 10 years of just like partying.
A decade.
Now I'm at the point like, bitch, if I drink like 3 glasses of wine, I'm on my deathbed for I think 2 to 3 days.
Oh my God, isn't that so crazy? Okay. Like as you get older and you like party more, like your body is like, oh no, honey, like you're not 21 anymore. You're now 31, so like you can't be going out drinking a whole bottle of vodka every night. Like you need to. Well, unless you're from the UK, because those people are crazies. Like y'all bitches are crazy over there.
Hey Brett, we saw the Snapchat stories. Calm down. We saw
What
the
Snapchat stories?
They're there. There's some evidence.
Okay, I haven't been out getting like drunk in ages.
In a year.
Oh yeah,
in a year and a half.
okay.
A year and a half.
And I'm 24, and
Yeah, you're young.
you know,
Yeah.
literally
Get it out of your
some
system.
Like past it, you know, at 30. Okay, some
They
of us
get-
are
but
young.
they-
Some of us are trying to be 18 and
Yeah.
still messing up.
Literally.
Okay.
You boo boo.
How old
Just
can
because
you
I have,
start
like,
drinking?
Remembering when I drink, actually you're going to regret this in the morning doesn't mean like it's good. I like it. I don't mind. I don't mind a hangover.
I can't do it anymore. It's horrible
I
now.
die in bed. I literally die, but I don't
Yeah.
care.
Your soul leaves your body.
Yeah, literally, it's like an out of body experience. In the moment, I hate it, but then afterwards, I'm like, oh, actually, I don't mind it. Like, I can survive another hangover.
Yeah, I mean, I usually just smoke a lot of weed, and then that takes my hangover away pretty fast.
That's
So-
great. Yes. So I think that's for me. I don't like the hangover part anymore. Like, obviously, you know, when as you get older, you get your body is like, I don't know if it's like not processing the alcohol or like if it's just too much and you're getting too old.
I
for
think
it.
it's too much. I think it's just your body gets older. Like when you're young, your body can process a lot more than when you're older.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it's when you fuck up your liver so much, your liver's like, do you know what? Fuck you. I'm
Right.
going to make you feel sick and shit for like 2 days now because
Yeah.
you drank that fucking 14 tequila shots last night. I'm going to make you feel like shit. And then you feel like shit. I was like, some of the hangovers, like I once went to a wedding and it was a really nice wedding. It was a very fancy wedding, and I basically apparently someone, I don't remember this. I was drinking glasses of wine, just so you got a wine glass. I was drinking wine from the top because I went to off license to buy cheap wine. I apparently got picked up on the dance floor, span round, and apparently I knocked myself over a table and knocked the table over, then knocked myself out, and I had to call an ambulance.
Oh my gosh.
So I went to the hospital, sort of had my CT. They put me in a CT. So like this machine to have a CT scan, everything done.
Oh
I
my
got out
God.
like this was like I got to hospital at 2 a.m. or maybe 1 a.m. Left the hospital at 9. Went to McDonald's. Couldn't eat because I was so like drunk still. Got home, passed out, woke up, ate my McDonald's, and then vomited it all up and literally died.
oh.
And then can I just say that was Sunday morning? I still went into work the next day, and everyone was like, "Brett, you're at work?" I was like, "Yep, I'm still at work." So I was dedicated. I still went to work.
No.
But like, some people who had been at the wedding were like, "Oh, we were expecting you to need like a few days off sick." I was like, "No, I'm back to work, honey." Now I think I'd probably need to take like a week off for the game because I was at the time I was 21.
Yeah.
And so like, if that was now, I think I need a week off. But yeah.
For sure. That's how I am now. Like I mean, it's not too bad, but it's like I just hate having hangovers. And like obviously when you're 21, like you didn't really have much hangovers. And then if you did, you were like, oh, let's just start drinking again. You know, like
It's like a headache. And like at 21, it's like a little bit of a headache, and maybe a bit like, like for example, you might have I don't feel very well. Oh, let me eat something, and then have some water, and you're fine. And then you're like, okay, I can drink.
Yeah.
It's like the other year at Pride. I went out this Saturday. I got home at like 1 a.m. on the Sunday. So we started drinking at like 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Partied and drank till 1 a.m. on the Sunday, and then at 10 o'clock on the Sunday we were drinking again, and then I went to work on a Monday. God, fucking hell, 2019. Like, I literally did the Saturday fine, did that full session fine, got home at like 2 a.m. Sunday morning, I was like a dead person, and I was having to go to Pride on a Sunday. I had to travel to Pride. I literally was sitting there. So we have, you know, that subway in New York. So we have our own version in London called the Underground, the Tube. I literally was on the platform for that with my coat over me, literally like dying with my sunglasses on. I was like, don't even talk to me. Having to go to what felt like a festival, hungover, feeling like shit. Oh, that's horrendous.
Right.
And that was my
the
first experience of a really bad hangover, other than the wedding.
Oh my gosh.
It was horrendous.
Oh my God. So your story, funny. So when I was, I think 25 or 26, I was in Israel, and in southern Israel is like the resort area. So like we were down in the southern part of Israel, and so we're like the group of us go out and we went to this like little club, hole in the wall, and it was like a restaurant / club, but they like shut everything down and they were just serving liquor and stuff. So we're this group of like 30 Americans goes into this Israeli club. They don't speak English. We're all dancing and carrying on. I'm like getting on top of tables, dancing. I was so hammered. I was like carrying people back, like giving people piggyback rides back to the hotel. Like again, this is Israel, so it's like foreign country. We had like like every group of Americans on these tours has like 2 armed guards with them. So we had the armed guards. They were like trying to get us to go back to the hotel. Like they're like, listen, holding their guns. All like, okay, let's just go, guys. Let's go. But then it's like you're in a foreign country. It's like it's so weird. So just the laws.
We had after work drinks once, a while back, and so we were drinking, and I ended up I had a flashback the next day of me giving a colleague a lap dance. And it was a woman, so it's fine. It wasn't like a guy. And then my team leader, so like my manager's manager, walked past, and she looked at like, "What the fuck is Brett doing?" That's me. When I get drunk, I
start molesting your coworkers.
Guards trying to escort me out of places quite well. But yeah, I'm always paranoid when I drink abroad. Like whenever I go abroad, I'm like paranoid. I'm like, oh my god, like. Because at least when I get drunk, everyone says this. They're surprised. Whatever state I get in, I always get home safe. I always get myself home. So I'm like, what if I'm abroad? I'm like, I'll be fucked because I wouldn't know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nice. Yeah. Like, thank gosh for Ubers and Lyfts to help us when we're on vacations, like drunk. Where are we? And then trying to get home. We just stumble around the city.
That's only if you put the right place. Because I know someone who went on like it was like a 200-mile journey in an Uber because they put the wrong place.
No way.
Yeah.
I couldn't even see that. I couldn't even imagine. Ooh. I mean, at least. Yeah, I guess you do have to know where you're going, or they're going to take you to some random place. Just get lost.
Well, when was it? It was 2015 or 2016 for New Year's. We were all in Philly, and like the hotel was right down. The hotel's literally right down the road from the club. I was so I got kicked out of the club, and it was already like almost 2 a.m. So like I got kicked out of the club. And I'm like trying to walk back to the hotel room. I ended up walking around like the market circle or whatever it is that I walk around the whole area. Yeah, and then get back, and I'm like, I don't know what I was doing, but I find the hotel finally. Again, all I had to do was walk in a straight line.
Right.
But I don't know. I was so wasted, and of course I get up to the hotel room. I lost my wallet supposedly. I'm gonna air quote all this. I lost my wallet. Then I get back, and we're like on the 31st floor of this hotel. So I get back on the elevator to go down. I find my wallet because it was in my pocket. Safety first, but in my pocket. And then I was like, okay, well, I get back up there and I'm like, well, where's my room key? And I'm like, I have to go back down. I get down to the street. I find my room key in my pocket. And I have to go. It was a night, but that was the same night I think Cody broke his tooth, and it was a nightmare. It was like nuts. It was just, but it was fun. It was a fun time, but it was nuts.
Oh my gosh! If Brian was here, we could tell the story because that was like, oh my gosh. When me and Brian always are together partying, like it's always like crazy, but it's like a good time. But like, yeah, I remember that night. Jeremy, like me and Brian are like drunk, doing shots with these random girls we met at the bar, and the next thing you know, we're in the bathroom. People are trying to come in, use the bathroom. There's like a line for the bathroom. People are trying to come in and use it. And me and Brian are in there taking selfies. And we're like, no, get out. We're taking selfies. Get out. We're getting pissed because they can't use the bathroom because we're in there trying to take selfies. And then we finally get out of the bathroom, and the only thing I remember is like doing shots with these girls. I remember seeing Michael on the dance floor making out with some random person. Cody was nowhere to be found. Jeremy was nowhere to be found. And then meanwhile, Jeremy was trying to get back to the hotel room, lost his wallet and room key. So he's calling us. We're not answering. And then Cody's calling us because he's like sad because he fell. We didn't realize until next morning he chipped his tooth and like
Oh my god.
off his, like chin of his mouth or whatever. And then finally we leave the bar with Michael, and we're both like, "Where's Jeremy and Cody?" No idea. Didn't even think to check our phone. And we're like, "Oh, they're probably back in the room. They're fine. They're fine." So Michael's like, "Well, I'm gonna go back." Me and Brian are like, "We're gonna walk to Wawa and get food." So we go to this Wawa in Center City, Philly, and like everybody from the bars closed now are there. People are like fist fighting, stealing food, everything. Like it was the craziest night like ever. I'm like, oh my god, it was but it was so much fun. Like now we can tell those stories and be like, yeah, that was crazy when it happened, but it's like fun.
Yeah, I had a really bad. I don't know. I think I know what club it was, and I'd been. So we went to this club, and it's called XXL, and I was shit-faced. I mean, So it was cheaper to buy a bottle of wine than it was to buy a double vodka lemonade. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy a bottle of wine, thinking they'll give it in like a plastic bottle sort of thing, like like a wine bottle but a plastic version. No, they gave it into me in two of these.
Oh my gosh.
So I sat there. So I went through 2 bottles in an hour.
2 solo cups.
Because obviously you're in a club, it's hot, so you just drink.
Yeah.
I'm next thing I know, I'm topless. Next thing I know, I've decided to sit down because I needed to sit down. I'm just literally not taking anything in. My friends walk past, so I grab them, and it turns out I'm in what's known in the, I don't know if they call it in the market, is the dark room. So basically, I suddenly come to my senses about asking my friends, and suddenly there's people fucking next to me in the club, legit fucking. And I'm like,
God.
So apparently, I'd left my friend for 2 hours and had been sitting there for 2 hours and just oblivious, drunk, just sitting there. Anyway, so I left. I don't know where they went, but I left to go home, and this is now flashes. So next thing I'm walking along the street. It's daylight, so it must be like 5 or 6 in the morning. This homeless woman comes up to me. I think obviously wants money, and I'm like, well, no, fuck off. Presumably, I chuck my phone at her and say, you know what, fuck, have the phone, bitch. Fuck, have the phone. You buy your drugs. Wake up next morning, I'd obviously given her my phone.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to go and pay like £250 to her phone company and get a new phone. It was horrendous.
Oh my god.
And then there was a time when I was out, and there was this guy who I knew who was a bit of a cunt. And that's a nice way to describe him, who was an escort, but he was a bitch. And his boyfriend was out who didn't know he was an escort.
Ooh.
Oh.
So I went out and he messaged me some rude ass message. So I was like, well, do you know what? Your boyfriend's here. Like, why don't I tell him you're an escort? I was drunk. So I went over to him and said, oh, by the way, how much does your boyfriend charge now for chatting? He's like, what? And I said, oh, like, he's an escort, isn't he? Like, how much does he charge? Because I to this day don't regret it because the guy deserved it. Anyway, so I ended up going home with his boyfriend, but it was the journey from hell. So we got on a bus and we got off the bus at one bus stop, and at this point I must have dropped my bank card or something. So we then walked over and there's this railing, and then we've fallen over the railing, fallen about 6 feet, so about 2 meters. It fucking hurt. We then had to walk for miles. And in the end, he's like, oh, I'm going to just get an Uber. I was like, okay, cool. So we got into Uber to his. He dropped his keys. So we ended up having to get this thing for his bike and having to smash his front door in to go to sleep. Passed out. I got up in the morning. He had to go to work. So I left. We got a bus. And then my Oyster card, when I went to change bus, my Oyster wouldn't work. And I was like, I've got no money. My phone's died. I've literally got nothing. I had to walk 7 miles to college.
Wow.
I was 5 hours late and I walked into college and I'm like, but like I was late, I was like, seriously, fuck off. I'm like, literally, I've had to walk from one side of London to another side of London. I had to go to a hotel and I had to say, like, my phone's died, I need directions because I don't know where I'm going. They had to print me off directions on like all these papers, like Google Maps. And then went into Starbucks and was like, can I just have tap water? And they gave me proper like Starbucks, but they did like to be fair, they put ice in it. It was quite nice actually. It's like really nice. I'm like, oh yeah, have this.
They're probably like, get this fucking bum out of here.
Get the bum out, please.
Yeah, it was horrendous. And I got to college and they were having to go at me. I just sat down and was like, do you know what? literally, I've got no phone charge, I've got no money, literally, I've got nothing. I've literally just had to walk here. I left his house at 9 o'clock in the morning. I got to college at 6:30, 3:30 even. It was
Oh my
it was
gosh.
hours. I was meant to be at college. I was meant to be at college at 10. I missed
Wow.
2 exams.
There's that. There's that.
So college, for those who are watching, it's not college as in your college. So college in the UK, you leave school at 16 and then you go to college for 2 years and then you go to university, which is your college. So it's like, it's like the final couple of years of school. That's how I describe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it was horrendous. I was 18. I was absolutely shit faced. I ended up, by the time I got to college, I was still drunk.
I bet.
Those days.
But yeah. And then I had to go home and I was like, oh my God, it was a nightmare.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the good old days of like.
That's
Literally, I was like, oh, the good old days of being a student and being able to do whatever you want drunk and just you still survive. You can still sort of. It's like I had an exam one day. I got the highest pass grade of that exam and I did it drunk.
Yes.
I literally did the exam drunk. And my teacher was like, Brett, are you okay? I was like, yes. And then afterwards she was like, Brett, I said, yes. Were you drunk during the exam? I said, yes. You did well. Just don't do it again.
like
I
all the time. I'll get
out
passing
my whole
marks.
class.
Oh my god.
But I literally walked into the classroom looking like pure shit, and just sat down and did the exam. But yeah, I was once. Oh my God, I was once. I woke up to a phone call from someone who was like, "Oh yeah, Brett, like your exam's due to start in 5 minutes. Where are you?" I was like, "Well, I'm at home in bed," and I was like, "Well, I'm 2 hours away, so like, I'm not gonna make it."
Oh
And they basically failed me because I'd missed that one exam. Oh, it's horrendous. So all the other exams I did, and then they failed me because of that one exam.
So I can't take the test. I'm drunk in bed at home.
To be fair, it was my fault because I'd been at a party until like 5 a.m. and I had to be at college at 9, and I woke up at like 10 to 9.
Jesus.
When they
Yo.
woke me up,
What the?
I was like, how? It was more. I woke up. My phone was going off. I was like,
Crazy.
to wake me up. Okay, do you not know I woke up? And I looked at my phone. I was like, that's college. At the time, it was 10 to 9 in the morning. Shit. Because my alarm was set at 6 a.m. So I was just gonna go. Yeah. I actually went to work drunk once, or twice. Not drunk, but like after a night out. And they were hard. The first time I was at my desk, I was swaying at one point, and my colleague was like, "Brett," he said, "Yes," and I've always had quite important, I haven't just worked like I work sort of corporate sort of government jobs, corporate, and I was 19, and he was like, "Brett," I said, "Yeah." Are you drunk? I said, "Yeah." I said, "Did you go last night?" "Yeah." The next time I went out, I got home at 5:30. I was up at 7:30 for work, and I fell asleep at my desk.
How the hell did you not get fired for that? Being drunk at
Oh
work?
no, I quit like a week later. That second job I quit a week later. I told my manager to stick the job where the sun don't shine. I said, "That's up your fat ass." No, she was to bully me. So in the end, I just cussed her out.
They're probably just used to it. That's like what we were watching earlier, Jeremy. We were watching some YouTube video with Trixie Mattel and Katya, and they were like watching this. I like to watch or whatever. So they watch these Netflix shows or whatever, and then they give you commentary. They're like, "Don't watch this if you want to watch this Netflix show." Spoilers. So they're watching this one show called Shadow and Bone, I think.
I saw the preview for that.
Yeah, and they were talking about it, and then Trixie Mattel goes, "Oh my gosh, it's you know when you watch a TV show with British people and the way they talk, they just sound so intelligent. But then you go to the UK and they're just all drunken partiers." I'm like, that's actually right.
But okay, first of all, have you actually even been to the UK?
No, we haven't.
I haven't. They have. So she was saying.
Right. Okay. So where did you go in the UK? Because actually, we are very, very intelligent. Okay.
Everywhere. I don't know.
It's not a
your ancestors or whatever. I think it's ancestors is probably were British.
Not mine. Well,
I mean,
kind of.
If they're European, you'd have British in you somewhere.
I mean, I guess you're kind of smart, Brett. I don't know though, but
I am smart. I got myself a really good job at 19 when I fucking failed college. So, and I didn't go to university. So I must be maybe I'm just lucky.
Lucky. We'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking lucky, so.
Right. No such luck
No,
here.
you're related by marriage to Matthew. Of course, you're not lucky.
Shit.
I actually married his brother so I could be his sister-in-law.
Yes, queen.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
No.
just kidding.
You'd be so lucky.
it's alright. You're used to it.
Well, I was going to say, I think there might be a single Ludwig boy that you could try and get with if you
There
want.
we go. We could probably hook you up with a family member or something.
Who? What? Who? Me?
Yeah.
Get me that green card. Get me that green card. I need a green card. Oh my god! I could be the next big 90 Days Fiance famous star.
Right?
Of that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yes, hook me up. Hook
90
me up.
Days Fiancé.
Like, I don't know if you've got a
Was it?
rich old aunt or uncle, like a really old person. He can have a skiing accident. Okay.
What is it? 90 Day Fiance the other way? Like, isn't there like that too?
Yeah. There's so many of those shows. I don't even know.
I love them.
I don't
They're
know.
so good. I don't know why. I don't know why they're so good, but they're good.
Oh my god! Who have you seen? Ed. He's like that. Like Ed. You know?
Black hair?
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
like, oh god, it's brilliant. I love it.
Oh my gosh. So I've never watched the show, but obviously I see all the memes of this guy. And Jeremy and it was Jeremy's birthday last week, so we went out for dinner and there was a live band at the restaurant we were at. We didn't know they were having one. But the guitar player legit was this guy. Like, Jeremy had never seen the memes before, so I pulled one up and showed him, and he was like, that's the guy. He looked like he had lost, like, maybe 30 pounds or something. I'm like, I swear it's him.
Yeah, it was really awkward because he was with this girl and she was Asian and he would say something really romantic and she'll just be like, hey.
Okay.
Just like, give me your money.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just so awkward. Like, I haven't watched the show in like forever, but I remember Jeremy and I, we watched it a couple times. It's just been a while because now they have all the spin-offs and stuff. And it's just like, why would you like some of the relationships get so bad that they're like arguing and throwing things at each other. I'm like, just leave.
I'm like, yes, you go, girl. You make it.
But I'm like, why? You're obviously at that point. You're obviously staying with this person for the TV show because there's no connection. Like, why are you in this relationship if you hate them that much? You're doing it for the TV, like for the
Or
movies.
they have their like they've got their when there's ones who've been on it for like the whole time. They're like, oh, this is my third fiance. They're like on their third fiance on the show. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, what's her name? There's a girl who went out. She's American and she went out. She's very glamorous. Very glammed up. She has a British boyfriend, and then she's like dating someone who's like 25, and then she dates someone else. I'm like, fucking hell, how many boyfriends does this woman have? I've got a different fiance for every day of the week.
I think there's only like one. I followed one couple on social media, like on Twitter, and like they're the like success story from that whole show. They ended up like staying together after they just had their first kid, and I'm just going like, they're the only success story, like the one major success story out of all of the
seasons.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Well, yeah.
There are
a
few.
I do like the show because I feel like, oh my god, thank God someone else has some dysfunctional sort of relationship. It's not just like people that I know.
Right.
It's just train wrecks. They're just train wrecks, though.
It's like, oh, well, I'm still single, but watching this gives me hope because if they can find somebody, I'm still gonna. Or maybe not. Maybe not.
Right.
Yeah.
It's literally just sit at home thinking, God, thank God my relationship can't be as bad as that.
Yeah. Or there's that too.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, reality TV. Oh my gosh. Speaking of TV, this segues into commercial break. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, everyone. For those of you who are watching or going to be joining us after the commercial break, if you have any questions or comments you'd like to send to us, go ahead. I see there are some in the comment section. We'll read them when we get back. So we'll see you in a few.
WLFE Digital Broadcast Network is on TV. You can watch all of our shows on WLFE-DB www.lgbtq.com. Check out our channels: Paranormal View for all of your paranormal type shows, LGBTQ Friends for all of our LGBTQ shows, Variety Unlimited for all other shows. It runs 24/7 right on WLFE-DB.com. You'll even catch the lives, all in one place. Never miss an episode, past or future. WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE-DB radio shows. You can find our shows where you listen to your favorite podcasts, like Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and more. WLFE-DB Radio is looking for podcasts to join our family. You don't have to fit any strict genre. We're a plethora of shows. If you're looking to jump on a growing network, then contact us at WLFEDBradio@gmail.com.
Wow, Amazon Music just got a whole lot better. Your favorite shows from WLFE-DB Radio can now be found there. Yes, we are on Amazon Music, found under podcasts. Download the app, find podcasts, and search all of your favorite shows. Shows like Where's My Sage, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Skeptical Help Bar, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and much more. Now you don't have to miss an episode ever. Amazon Music is WLFE-DB Radified.
More from WLFE-DB Radio Network after this.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. You're listening to WLFE-DB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Pond. Yes, I hope you enjoyed that regularly scheduled commercial break. And like I said earlier, all the shows that WLFE-DB Radio has right now are on that list. So hopefully you caught them. If not, you can head to their Facebook page and you can see all the shows there. You can also follow each show on Facebook, so you can watch their shows on every night of the week. Variety shows from paranormal to LGBTQ friendly shows. So yeah, check everyone out, support all the shows. If you are just tuning in now, we have Nicole back as our guest this week. Yeah, she's back again. Yes, and we're just having a kiki, catching up. It is her birthday in 3 days, so we are celebrating that as well.
Yes.
Yes. So real quick here, I'm going to run through some of the comments before we get back into things that we got throughout here. We had, I don't know if Kenny's still watching, but Kenny Anderson said, "Hey, loves."
Hey.
Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Oh my gosh. We have Little Bit Be Unright. is watching said, "Hi, Matthew. Hi, Brett. Hi,
Hey.
Jeremy. Hi, Nicole." And said, "I love your glasses, Matthew." Well, thank you. They're just for show, though, fashion. They're not, not for reading or anything like that. Well, unless when we want the library to be open. That's a different story. And then Dom had commented earlier. He said, "I love my 30s. I'm still not an adult." Same. Literally, I may be 33, but I love watching SpongeBob all the time. Seriously, so good. And Steve Barry had said, 48-year-old man-child here. Hey, doesn't matter how old you are. You can be a child if you want to be a child still.
Yeah.
Robbie Hamilton said, "I'm 34. Yes, I turned 34 this year, Robbie. My birthday's in October. Best month ever. Come on, Halloween. And let's see who else. Noelle.
Oh, hi.
Hello, rats. Hello. Oh, and then I don't know if he's still watching, but fucking Brian. Hey, baby. Oh, we miss you, Brian.
Hey, swollen chipmunk face.
Oh, little baby.
Oh, we're gonna call him Water. You know how I don't know, Brett. You probably don't know the reference because you're probably too young and it's an American thing. I don't know if they have it over there, but the TV show on Nickelodeon, Hey Arnold.
Yeah, Hey Arnold. I've heard of Hey Arnold. I think that was big when I was little. I feel like
and they used to call him oh my gosh, the girl. What was her name? Helga, right?
Helga.
Well, yeah, with the blonde pigtails.
Mm-hmm.
She used to call him Hey Football Head. So
oh my god, I love Hey Arnold. Yes. That came out when I was just before I was born. So I must have saw that when it first when I was 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So oh my god, I need to watch that again. Fuck that, I watched that again. I'm 24
yeah.
now.
So Helga used to call Hey Arnold Hey Football Head because the way his head shaped. So we're gonna call Brian Hey Watermelon Head.
He looks like he's got almost 2 balls in his mouth, one here, one there, he's teabagging.
Yeah, nothing unusual there.
Yeah. Just another day for Brian teabagging, Yes. No, but everyone who's watching, update on Brian. So he should be back by June to the show. I know we were hoping by next weekend, which is May 2nd, the first weekend in May, that he would be back, but he's now thinking that's going to be more closer to June, which is fine. We do have Jeremy, obviously, filling in for him. So we hope him a speedy recovery. He's getting there, slowly but surely. So
he's got until the end of May, or he's canned. Okay, he's canned.
Or yeah, he has the last Sunday in May, or he's canned. No, but I couldn't even imagine having your whole jaw realigned. Oh God.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it. So
it looked painful when I messaged him because he had posted those pictures of himself literally as he got out of recovery.
Yes.
Doped up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was killing me.
I saw the one he posted one on his thing, and it was him, but it was a filter, and his lips were huge. Everything was massive. I was like, fuck. I was like, damn, you poor soul. I was thinking you got lips that look like the rations of bacon mixed with sausage. I was like, damn. I was like, oh, and then I don't think he can still talk that well. So I was like, oh, bless him.
Yeah, it was. It's been rough. So slow, a long journey to recovery, especially with a surgery like that. We understand. So hopefully. We can't wait till he comes back. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, to the show. Because I know he's wanting to come back and just, in general, be back to normal, which is understandable. Kristen Lentz Showbot said, "I love you, Brian." Yes.
Aww. Yeah, he needs to come back. He needs to come back. I need to be taking a nap right now. This is nap time.
Yeah.
Brian, get the fuck on the StreamYard.
Yeah. Get on StreamYard now, Brian, and take Jeremy's spot. He needs a nap.
You don't even need to show video. All you need to do is just get on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
You don't need to talk. You just need to nod.
Just you can just like take a piece of green like poster board and stick it behind your head like a green screen, and then just like put like Chris Hemsworth face over yours, and you'll be fine. No one will know the difference. Oh,
Okay.
so funny.
Sorry, I'm eating these olives. I'm eating these olives that we got off of Debbie this morning. So, like, our neighbor Debbie, who usually watches. Hey, Debbie. So,
Yes,
these are
shout
so
out to
good.
her. And
They're
her
so good. Oh my God, they're so good.
doing her catering stuff. We have so much stuff from her, like random. Like when I say random, I mean like stuff that like I wouldn't normally think to eat. You know, like when you like someone says, "Oh, I'm mixing this with this and making it together," you're like, "Is that gonna taste good?" All that random stuff mixed together, but like it's so good. Like obviously, Jeremy's eating these olives that were like soaked in like oranges and basil and like just like
Ooh.
I think she said something else. The pickles he had earlier were like rum, like or no, not rum, gin. And I'm like, you wouldn't think it would taste good, but like just the way she like crafts food and makes food is just
Yeah.
oh god.
It speaks to her. It like she just knows like random combinations that go good together. And see, like, because I went to culinary school when I was younger, but I feel like you have to have a special type of like brain and like creativity level to like come up with your own menus or styles of foods. So that's cool that she does that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it's cool too because she's like, you know, obviously before we moved into the area and we met her, she's just like, oh, I can like, you know, do these parties and make these grazing boards and you know, catering events or whatever have you. But like, it was just, oh, I'm just gonna make whatever and put it on. But since she's met us, she's like trying to do more like vegan friendly things and more like gluten-free options. So she's, you know, usually texting me when she's trying to do new things and like be creative. And she's like, oh, I'm at Giant. I found this cheese or this, you know, cream cheese or something like that. She's like, it's vegan friendly. Is it good? Should I get it?
Nice. That's awesome though. And then she has you as like her tester. So you can sample it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know, there's like, you know, just as time goes on, I just feel like there's so many more vegan options. Like for you guys too, especially a lot of restaurants now are starting to offer, like it's the popular thing now. A lot of people want vegan.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And Matt was showing me this a little bit. Well, earlier this afternoon, before we started doing yard work, he was showing me about the bowling alley place down in Lancaster.
Yes. Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Fun. Yeah, I'm excited to go. It's like a old for anyone that doesn't know or doesn't live in Lancaster. It's called Decades. It's right downtown, and it has like an old vintage bowling alley and like vintage arcade games, but they also have like full bar and restaurant. So you can eat and like play games and just like mingle. And so we're going to check it out. And I'm excited because they offer vegan food.
Yeah. We checked out their menu and like there's because I remember you sent me the post. You sent me from their Instagram a post they put up for their new like vegan cheesesteak that they had. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I told Jeremy about it and I'm like, look at this place. And we actually ended up from their Instagram seeing the bowling alley and the arcade. We actually then from their Instagram page, they had the link for their website. We went there and we looked at their menu. Oh my gosh, they have like vegan like wings. They had I told Jeremy he'd probably like a Nashville hot vegan chicken sandwich.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, like so we're excited to try this place. Shauna said, love Debbie. So Shauna, you're watching. Let Kenny know. And Brian, if you're still watching, I want you to know that when y'all come to visit next, we're all going to Lancaster to meet up with Nicole and Jeremy, and we're all going to go to Decades. We're going to do some bowling, some arcade games, and get our grub on.
For real. You weren't invited.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to rebook my flight soon, so hopefully at the end of the year I'll be able to visit.
Yes, I hope by next year, especially for next summer, since you won't be able to come this summer, but I hope for next summer, life should be like
Oh yeah, next. But I don't know if I
better.
really want to wait another year. So I feel like
Yeah.
I should just come twice.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, like that's fine. But like I'm saying, like I'm hoping for next summer because then we can obviously replan, like go to Rehoboth again because we do every 4th of July, and then this way you can come with us to the beach and all that, like we were gonna do this year.
So are you not doing that now?
No, we're also.
I'm not going, so I can't. I can't do
Brett
that,
can't
so
come.
for
Brett can't
various
come to America.
reasons. I was because our plan to COVID sort of restrictions is lowering. I was going to be booking my flights, but obviously my mum's not very well and she's got to have surgery like on the 7th of May. So I feel like to go away this 8 weeks later.
Pretty soon,
It's
yeah.
not going to rebook, but I was like, yeah, I better not.
Yeah.
I will come. I might have to maybe. Well, I'm hoping to get. I got an interview on Tuesday, obviously, and if I get that, then I should by October, November time, have got my allowance through, which is quite a lot of money. So I should be able to come maybe in January or February.
Nice.
And then maybe I'll come in July as well. But fuck it, every holiday I go on is America.
Yes. Oh my God, it'll be so much fun. Next year we have to do again because it's people. It's not that bad, you know. You think about like we do a Rehoboth trip for a week and then we get an Airbnb, but it's like, you know, people usually think like, oh my God, an Airbnb for a whole week, kind of pricey. I'm like, yeah, but it'd be more money.
It wasn't that bad, to be fair. The place,
no,
it was actually for what you get.
Yeah,
it is a lot of
that's the
money,
thing.
but for what you're getting, actually, it's really good. And the amount of people that are going, it's like actually it's not that bad because you end up paying one night each. Well, if I was going, it was one night each.
Well,
so
the thing is,
if you think how much you spend on a hotel for a week,
and that's
Airbnb
the thing,
is
like,
much better.
but that's the thing though. We usually take like 6, 7, 8, like a bunch of people. So to get a hotel, we'd have to get 2 rooms. There's no way we'd all fit in one. So that'd be like double the price thing because you're getting 2 rooms, and then we wouldn't all be together. We wouldn't, and then like with the Airbnb, you have your own kitchen. Everyone has their own bed, their own bed.
A yard, like yeah.
Airbnb, you've got options as well. Like if you want to do takeaway, you can get takeaway. If you want to cook yourself, you can do that. You can do game night. You can also be like, if you've just really had enough of people and you just want to, let's say, or for example, you're really hungover and you literally just want to be just relaxing, like sleeping. You in an Airbnb, you've got space to do that. Whereas if you're in a hotel room, everyone's going to be in a hotel room because you haven't got that sort of community space. Because in a hotel, who really wants to spend a whole day in a hotel bar? You don't. You want to be chilling, and also you don't. If you're going to be day drinking as well, at the like for example, if you're at the Airbnb, you might be like, oh, let's have lunch, let's have a few drinks here, enjoy the weather, like sit in the garden. Hotel, you're sort of limited because you're surrounded by other people. Whereas Airbnb, it's almost like being at home as well. I feel like you can make you at home for a week. Whereas hotel, you've got people coming in and out of your room as well, so you're like constantly thinking, oh, right, where's the safe? Got to put that in the safe. Or at least if you're in your Airbnb, you got that privacy.
Yeah.
No,
I'm always a bit like in hotels. I'm like, why? Everything in the safe because I'm like, honey, I will literally hunt down the person who steals my shit. Because I went into a hotel once for work, and the cleaner stole quite a lot of my stuff. And it was weird shit because the cleaner stole like some of my underwear, stole some of my money. I was like, why the fuck is this person stealing my underwear?
Yeah, what?
Two
like,
pairs of my underwear and a sock.
Underwear.
She took one sock. I was like, you could at least take the up pair for fuck's sake. But yeah, so I'm paranoid now. So I only stay in hotels that's got safes in the room because I'm like, honey, I ain't losing shit. But yeah, the Airbnb literally for where you are, and also the time of year it is. It's 4th of July.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no way. There's no way you're gonna find a hotel room for that many people. There's no way
you'd
you're
have
gonna
to book now. You'd have to book like 8-10 months in advance. And who wants to book a hotel 10
but even
months
if you book that far in advance, hotel rooms, you need multiple for all those people at the beach during the holiday. There's no way you would get it cheaper than an Airbnb.
No, but I mean,
you
like
must just get an Airbnb. You must just get an Airbnb and split it because the one we got sleeps 10 people. So if you bring 10 people and you split that money between 10 people, you're paying like nothing. Like
it's like $300. It's like $300.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
And when you think about it, also, if you're in a hotel, you can fair enough booking in advance. You can get the rooms. That's cool. You still one pay more. Two, when you check in, you might not be next to each other. One might be on the 10th floor, one might be on the second. It's like Also, at least if you're on Airbnb, you don't have to worry about noise as much either.
Yeah,
that's true.
For sure. So next year we'll have to get a place for like. Wait, so
20 people?
Next year, if I get my job and I get my allowance next year, I literally will be. I plan to come for like 3 weeks, and I really want to just fuck it and just go everywhere, like try and get out as much as possible.
Literally. Well, next year we'll do. So we have our group of 6 friends. The 6 of us, yeah, because Emily's coming. Us 6, and then we'll throw in Brett, and we'll throw in Nicole and Jeremy, and the 9 of us can get a place for the week. Airbnb it real cheap.
And we also had which I'm so jealous about that I'm gonna miss is like the massive inflatable thing. I don't know
the unicorn.
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay, so the one that we had
a couple years ago.
Yeah, the one at Cody's condo a few years ago, it popped, and then we stored it under the porch, and we were gonna like try and like repatch it, fix it, whatever. And then we totally forgot it there at the condo. And then I'm pretty sure his grandparents or parents threw it away. But Brian was going to, with like Afterpay, he was going to get either another rainbow unicorn or a pink flamingo.
Oh, I like the flamingo.
We were just going to sit in the ocean or bay, whatever, on this unicorn and tan.
It's so big. It's so big because I don't know if it would work, but you could put like you just bring everything with you and put it on there. Like, if you're just gonna lay on it and just relax, you're not gonna be like all crazy on it, like jumping off it and stuff. You can put all your like alcohol on it and just sit there and sunbathe without floating.
It's so much fun. We're sad.
What I really want to do, and I don't know how they have these, is where you get these little boats, like you probably paddle it yourself, but then it's got a slide on it. Like, you used to have these in Spain, and you used to go up and slide. Oh, they look so good. Like I need to marry a millionaire because I really want to do all these like boat things and shit. Yeah. I really want to. I've been watching Below Deck, and I'm like, I could live that life.
Oh, I love that show.
I could literally go on that Below the Deck, and I wouldn't be like a bitch like some of them. It's like, ugh, like some of them are knobs. I hate them. Yeah. And then I'll just go on and be like, this is like, I want to go jet skiing. I want to be on this yacht. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
No, and they're just like catering you with like 5-course meals. Oh, see you, girl.
Brett was like, oh no.
He's like, Daddy's calling with the yacht.
Yeah. Oh no.
Or we're getting sabotaged. One or two.
Oh God. Oh shit!
Picking us off one by one.
Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, Brett, you're the first one down. We're like,
so my Wi-Fi went off and then it turned itself back on. So it sometimes happens.
Either he's been interrupted by a daddy calling, or either he's being sabotaged by someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Could be both. Could be both.
Yeah.
Could be.
There's got so many different identities. Probably is.
Plot twist. He's Brett. He's the daddy calling you and the person sabotaging you at the same time.
Absolutely.
But
no, he's not a daddy.
No.
Yeah.
Tramp more like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to you if you're watching, by the way.
Yes, I saw your invite. I hope you're watching.
Hope you're liking the show.
Yeah.
We all look. Thriving. We're thriving.
We are thriving.
Yeah.
It's so much better without the person.
I'm sure. But we learned our lesson, and now
we won't be making that mistake again.
The panic set in, but we kept on going.
We did.
Keep on trucking, as they say. Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking. We did keep going. We salvaged some kind of episode.
That episode was a car crash. It was. Because I was about live stream. I'm like, what? I was like, okay, let me look at the page. I was like, oh shit, our page is gone. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, it was a car crash, but at least like we were able to walk away from it, and now we have a new car. Yes.
Yes.
The old one's gone. Bye, honeys.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's so weird because like we can't even like that episode is technically on our YouTube page, but it's nowhere else because like the Facebook page is gone where it would have been, and like I didn't even put it up on like not StreamYard, Spotify or iHeart, anything like that, because I was like, people are listening to this and they're gonna be like, this is
like,
What the fuck is going on?
in the middle of the episode when they're listening, it just goes quiet and they're like, I guess the episode's over. Like just because the entire went to shit.
I know. Why?
They're like, they got canned. That show got cancelled mid-show.
What was that, Nicole?
No, I was saying like while it was all happening, two people texted me and they're like, something happened. It's not on anymore because they were watching on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, how do you go to YouTube? But it was funny because if you didn't watch that episode, we were talking about social media, and as we're talking about Facebook and how Facebook like sucks ass, our whole like their whole Facebook page just like crashes and dies and just like goes in disappearance.
Literally, it was, and I was like, oh my god, is Facebook really censoring? Like, Facebook?
Yeah, because I remember thinking, oh, shit, that's this Facebook, and then like 30 seconds later, the page is gone, the show's gone. Also,
I was like, oh great, Facebook's canceling our asses. Add across the pond to the list of cancel culture this year because we're done, I guess, according to Facebook. Like, I'm like, what is going on? This is so weird. Luckily, we had Jeremy, backstage to kind of like help us out and figure out like and do behind the scenes stuff. So, thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So you got cancel culture, but it was by a person, not by somebody else.
I don't know if that is even a person. Okay.
But that person's also canceled himself. So
yeah, and he did it himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it was funny. It was funny that episode though. Like for the moment, like I was getting all the messages that the show was going live, all that stuff, and then then all of a sudden I'm like upstairs watching TV because Brian was here, and so I was upstairs in the bedroom watching TV, and I'm getting text messages from friends that are watching, going, "What happened? How can I watch the show? What's going on?" I'm like, I have no idea. It was just on. What's going on? I don't. And so the sheer panic of like, holy shit, something is going on. I'm like running up and down the stairs. Yeah, I was like, oh great.
Yeah, Jeremy from HR comes down. Something's wrong with your Facebook feed. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And then I have
just like pure panic. We're all just kind of like sitting here in shock for like 30 minutes, not saying anything.
Yeah, but we were just trying to work out. We were trying to work out like what the fuck is going on. And people were like, "Oh, I can't watch," and we're just like, "Okay, go to our YouTube." And it was like, "What happened?" And then suddenly, I can't remember who it was. I think maybe Ted said like, "Oh yeah, like he said the page was canceled."
Yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
But I was like, I'm in the middle of a live feed. I can't be like on my phone facing this many people, so I wasn't paying attention to what Ted was saying. But I saw in the comment section here, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm like, I got the boss man Ted messaging me. Here comes Jeremy from HR, and I'm like, what is going on up in here? Like, what's wrong with our show? And then we're like thinking that Facebook, they're like, oh, Facebook canceled your asses. And I was like, oh, no, you're in danger. And then I realized that, oh no, Facebook didn't cancel us, like, because we haven't done anything that would be like so terrible. And then next thing you know, we are like, oh, well, now we see that our Facebook page is gone and we know the culprit or whatever. So it's just so
sabotage. That's
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because he was very jealous. I think the show was going so well without with us sort of me, Matthew and Ryan, and I think he was just jealous.
We're gonna
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Do I need to work up a tear here?
No, I was just fixing my glasses. Now,
yeah.
I was just fixing my glasses. We're doing a little spilling the tea, doing a little reading. So I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I look good. Gotta make sure I'm ready to show up like a full sexy librarian. But It happens. Jealousy is a natural human trait, and obviously some people can't handle it, and it gets the best of them, and they try to bring others down in their. They try in sad attempts, might I put, to bring others down in their downhill fall, and it failed.
Yeah,
So,
and I hope. Do you know what? I hope he's happy that he tried, but also I hope he's like. I hope he knows that he failed,
yeah.
and I really hope that he's watching this, or at least knows that we're live, and it's like,
Yeah.
you failed,
Yeah.
bitch.
Hey,
Try
bitch.
harder next time.
You gotta try. I got to do a lot more than delete a Facebook page to get rid of me. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, not the best antibiotics to get rid of you. So.
Yeah, girl. I'm like the gift that keeps on giving herpes. You know. You ain't getting rid of me. Sorry, honey. Nuh-uh. So, you know, we kind of discussed what had happened with our old social media page. So, for anybody who is watching and was following us before, we're still getting there. We're about to hit 500 followers.
Ooh.
Yes, we were at like 600 and something, like 50. Or I don't remember the exact number before on our old Facebook page. So we're getting close back up to where we were, and then we want to continue after that to even build further. So if you were following us, supporting us, watching us, all that on our old Facebook page, and you haven't yet started doing that on our new Facebook page is a little different. We were on originally as Across the Pond Officially, but we are now Across the Pond Official with the number 1 at the end. That's all one word, all lowercase letters. So please find us there on Facebook. Follow our new Facebook page so you can watch us in the future live, watch old episodes, you know, meet our guests, see if we do any giveaways, anything. All that stuff's going down on our Facebook page. You can also watch us on our YouTube page, which please subscribe. I see we got another subscriber.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to 100 so we can change this crazy ass URL so I don't have to read these letters and dots every week. But if you don't have Facebook or you prefer to use YouTube to watch our shows, whether they're live or past shows, you can follow us on YouTube. Our YouTube is https://rb.gy/IQZMSN. So please subscribe to our YouTube. We want to get our subscribers up on that so we can change that. We also have Instagram. We do a lot of posting with our guests as well and tag them on Instagram. You know, a lot of people don't have Facebook, which I get, I understand. So that's why we kind of have YouTube, the Instagram. Our Instagram's Across the Pond Official, all one word, all lowercase letters. And then our Twitter, we're not
Yeah, Twitter's I gave up on Twitter ages ago, so I feel like there's no point doing Twitter.
Yeah, so don't follow us on Twitter because we don't really use that much because, you know, our Instagram and Facebook are where we get our most interactions with stuff.
And I think we may be at 100 followers on Instagram as well, you know.
Yes, we're doing good on our Instagram
Let me
too.
just check. Oh, wait, 94. So
94, okay.
Get us to 100.
Yes. Follow us on our Instagram as well, again, which is Across the Pond Official, and our Facebook, Across the Pond Official 1. So you need that number 1 to differentiate between our Facebook and our YouTube. And our Instagram. And then if you prefer to listen to us instead of watch us, you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are Across the Pond Official. And lastly, if you would like to email us, you know, if you want to tell us something private or you don't want to put it all over social media, you can gladly email us. Only the 3 of us and Brian will see it. The 4 of us, basically, will see it. You can also give us ideas for topics for future shows, or if you want to be a guest, let us know, hey, I'd like to be on your show. And we will respond back to you. Our email is acrossthepond11, that's all one word, all lowercase letters, @outlook.com. So yes.
Yep.
You can even, what is your, oh my gosh, what is your new Instagram? Speaking of Instagram, Nicole has a new Instagram.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll do a little plug.
Yeah, do a little plug, girl.
So, I talked about it a little bit last time I was on here, but I'm like on this health journey. I don't really call it a weight loss journey because I'm trying not to be focused on the number on the scale. I'm just trying to be focused more on like how my body feels and just like moving my body for joy and like happiness. So I started a little fitness page for like motivation for me and like maybe to motivate someone else.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in the chat, but it's Next Level Nicey.
Yeah.
And so I just started posting like some little workouts I do at the gym. I'm gonna try and start posting some more about like what I eat in a day, and give me a follow if you're interested.
Yes. So there's where you can find
Next Level
her.
Nicey.
Yes. Next Level Nicey. So she does. You do have your own personal Instagram.
Yeah. I'll put that here
And that's more of just kind of pictures of you, and I know there's pictures of like Jeremy Quinn, like things like that. So if you'd like to follow Nicole's personal Instagram, hold on real quick. Just got to make one of these plugs. We're plugging everybody here on the show. That's what we like to do.
Plug.
Yes, but if you'd like to follow, again, if you'd like to follow Nicole just strictly on her fitness journey, see maybe some food she's eating, workout activities she's doing to get to her fitness goals, you can follow her on Instagram. It's Next Level. That's all lowercase letters, all one word, and then _ Nicey, Nicey. And then if you'd like to follow her on her personal Instagram page, where there's less fitness stuff, more just personal pictures, you can follow her. That's Nice Hole. It's all lowercase letters, Niceh, number 0, and then LE. So yes, follow her on there.
Yeah.
So where you can find all of us on social media, our show and Nicole as well. So yes, please follow us. Help us get our followers and subscribers that we had before back up, or should I say, subscribers up on YouTube and higher, and then our followers back on Facebook after the conundrum we had.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Not our fault. A jealous person's fault. But yes, thank you, Nicole, for being on the show. We're going to. It's that time, unfortunately. The end of the show. An hour and a half went by pretty quickly.
It did.
We were kikiing and chit chatting.
Hey, real quick.
Birthday week.
Yes. So real quick, on the count of 3, guys, and anyone who's watching, we're going to say happy birthday to Nicole. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Nicole. Thank you.
Oh, I wasn't sure if we were going to say it or sing happy birthdays. I was pretty prepared to sing.
Oh, we can. I mean, we can sing, but like as a true drag queen, I lip sync for a reason. I'm not a good. You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, Matthew, you probably sound like a cat being run over. I imagine.
Something around that. Yeah, my range is in that cat run over. Too.
You sound like Britney without the auto tune.
Yeah, like that. How she does her thing. Oh my gosh. For everyone who's going to watch the show in the future, if you watch it before Wednesday or even on Wednesday, that's Nicole's birthday. So yes, give her a happy birthday. And with that being said, Nicole, if there's anything you'd like to say to the viewers, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, just, stay true to yourself out there. The streets are hard. The streets are tough. No, I don't know. With the warmer weather coming up, just remember to still continue to be safe. Wear your fucking mask. I don't care if you're vaccinated, you still should wear your mask. But have a good time. Get out there, get some sun, and just remember to love on your body a little bit.
Yes. Love that. Jeremy, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, just to add to what Nicole said, not only should you wear your mask, but as it's sunnier and nicer out, wear that SPF, sweetie. We don't want any premature wrinkles. I'm guilty of that. Under eyes and all that stuff. So wear that sunscreen.
It's cheaper than paying for Botox, people.
Yeah, Botox is cheap.
Yeah, right, Matt. But also, if you're watching this now or in the future, just go to the Facebook page, and we're linked with WLFE-DB Radio network. Please follow them, like them. Also, if you go to the website, you'll see all of the other shows. All of the shows are streaming there as well, and you can binge all of the shows. For us, of course, Matt's going to talk about that, but Matthew's going to talk about that. But just go out there, support the other radio stations, the other shows on the radio station, support the radio station. There's also a merch page on the website. You can buy merch that's, from all of the shows, and it really goes back to support the network itself. And then, of course, the other shows have some of their own individual merch pages, which I'm waiting for the Inside the Drag Closet merch to be delivered. If you're watching, Jade, I want my stuff. But other than that, be safe. I got my first round not that long ago for the vaccine, going at May 11th for my second dose. So please, I can't tell you enough. If you can, the science it's been tested. You may not agree with it, but ultimately, if you get the flu shot, if you had the mumps vaccine, if you had chickenpox vaccine, guess what, sweetie? Some of that stuff has been tested in the same manner that the COVID vaccine has been tested. So granted, the COVID vaccine has emergency use authorization, so it's a little different. So please be educated. Be educated. Get it if you can. Other than that, have a good week.
Yeah, for sure. Brett, your turn.
Yeah, just have a good week. Also, WLFE-DB also has a really fun network group where all the shows are promoted, so definitely join there. Because that's a really good way to get to know the network and all the fantastic shows that our family have. Also, just stay safe, have a good week. Just as it gets warmer, be sensible, drink water. Get drunk, but drink water. Look after yourself. Eat. And just just have fun. Have a good week. That's about it. I don't know what else to say, really. Just take care and see you all next week.
Yes. Well, I would just like to kind of, say what I normally say at the end of the shows. First of all, thank you to our guest, Nicole, for being here again. She'll probably be back in the future. Don't worry. We just can't keep her away. She just keeps coming back.
I'm the gift that keeps on giving.
We do try. We delete the Facebook page, but she keeps
on. We tried to get rid of her last time by deleting our Facebook page, but we had to make another one. So, it happens. But yes, thank you for being here. Brett and Jeremy, thank you for doing this every week with me. Brian, if watching, get better soon so you can come back. Thank you to all of our viewers and supporters and followers for watching every week and supporting us and being there for us through, not only the Facebook kerfuffle, but everything we do with our show here. Thank you to Ted and WLFE-DB Radio for having our show part of your lineup. Thank you to all the other shows on the radio station. Please go check them out. You can find the lineup on WLFE-DB's Facebook page. Follow that Facebook page. Follow all the other shows. Watch all the other shows. We're all different, we're all unique, and we all bring something super fun and amazing and exciting to the network. And lastly, eat healthy, drink lots of water, get outside, enjoy the warm weather. Also get vaccinated if you can. And until life is normal, quote unquote, again, continue to wash your hands, wear your mask and distance, and be kind to one another, and we will get through this. So, yes. With that being said, there's only one thing left to do, and that is say goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for joining the Boys of Across the Pond. Join them again next Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time.
WLFE DB Radio is on Spotify with all its great shows like Across the Pond, Inside the Drag Closet, Step into the Paranormal, Just Cindy, Where's My Sage, Unfiltered Talks with Bryce, Metal Mayhem ROC, Paratalk Radio, Real Talk with Dom, and more. So download the Spotify app today to stay connected to all your WLFE DB Radio shows.